It's Sunday, you know what that means. Hey guys! So, I don't know why, but this week I've had a lot of substitutes, and it got me thinking, like, hey, you know what? There's a bunch of different types of teachers, and I should make a video on it. So, I guess here we have the types of teachers. I don't know, I'm not gonna say numbers because honestly, I don't even know how many there are. I just have this long list in my handy dandy notebook of ideas and thoughts. So here we go. The first one, I don't know why I thought of this one first. We have the try-hard math teacher. This is the one who knows they're teaching everyone's least favorite subject, but tries to make it their favorite. So they will often be like, oh, once when I was a kid, I hated math, but then I discovered there are many ways to do math, and then I love it. They're often the ones who try out the multiple teaching strategies for different types of students, and I'm not doing that because I don't think that's right. Like, people learn different ways, but they go overboard with the differences. Okay. Next, we have the lazy gym teacher. This one is my least favorite of them all because I hate gym as a non-athletic person. Gym is the bane of my existence. It's the worst, awful, worst class ever. Like, it's bad no matter what, but if you have a teacher who, like, does it with you and can do it better than you, then it's kind of like, okay, fine, I'll let you teach me how to be active. But if you have a teacher who doesn't even do this stuff, it's like, wait, you don't have to, but we do? What is this? Yeah, this just, why? Lazy gym teachers. Who even thinks of hiring lazy gym teachers? This one, the second type of gym teacher that I hate, the past Olympian. You know, like, the one who's super active, was probably in the Olympics once, and honestly, they do everything you do, but like 5 times better, and like, okay guys, if I can do this, you can do this. It's like, no, I can't, but like, maybe I just hate gym. I actually wrote it in this person's class, is the messy science teacher. They're the one who, if they do a lab, that lab will stay there for the rest of the year, maybe into the second year. For example, in grade 8, I had one for my science teacher, and in the beginning of the year, we did a lab on viscosity and testing different liquids. I'm pretty sure there are still leftovers from that lab that they never cleaned up in that classroom. Like, I am certain it is in there. This one I have a lot actually too, is the substitute principal. So it's basically just the school doesn't want to hire another substitute to fill this teacher's role, so they get the principal to go do it. Usually you end up doing nothing in class, so it's not that bad, but like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you don't want to get a substitute, so you're just going to force the principal to come here. I have this happen a lot in, I don't remember what class, in literacy. It's pretty bad, although he's taught us a few times now, so we've actually kind of formed a lesson plan, and we're going to debate another classroom, so like, here's hoping that we win. Oh, this one is also really annoying. The personal anecdote LA teacher. Pretty much exactly the name says. I had one in LA and in social in grade 7. It was awful. Then he retired, but now he still teaches. Actually, he was a substitute for us. So you go to class and you do like 5 minutes work out of the entire hour of the class, and the rest of that hour-long period, so the 55 minutes, they spend telling personal stories. But not even like interesting ones. Like, we have a French teacher who tells personal stories, but they're interesting because they're so ridiculous. Like, you have a bat in your kitchen, your daughter's hair caught on fire, what? Yeah, but this LA teacher's stories are so boring. It's like, don't tell us these things if they're boring. Just teach us instead, please. And I also had this one for social, so I didn't learn anything in grade 7, let's be honest. We have the sub everyone likes. I don't know why, and I don't know if this is true for other schools because I've kind of only gone to one, but we have this one sub that if they are there, we are lucky. If it's any other sub, we are completely screwed, and like, the rest of the day is going to be awful because that sub is awful. This sub is amazing. Usually it's like a parent of a student in the school who happens to be a sub, so they're really cool, and they also like understand they also like know what we are learning, but they don't like treat us like we're little kids or like we're older than we should be and like force us to do hard work. So yeah, shout out to you, really cool sub. Everyone likes you. The mean sub. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's the mean sub. It's the one who you go into the class and you just sit down like 5 seconds after the bell and like, oh, you're late, you're getting a phone call home, forget having a perfect record, goodbye. It's like, they're also the ones who will usually kick students out of class for doing so much as look and away from the board. The thing about these ones is they usually, is because of their utter awfulness, the class bands together. For example, we had a few actually this week. We had one in science, and we have a kid who's partially deaf. He has a hearing aid, and so he didn't have his hearing aid on, and the teacher is also really quiet. So the teacher was calling roll call, and they called the student's name, and he didn't respond, even though he was at the back of the classroom, and his hearing aids weren't on, so he couldn't hear. And so it's like, oh, they're not here, they're late. And we're like, he's right here. He's like, nope, he didn't say he's here, he's late. It's like, so the entire class rioted against that. Like, not a literal attack, but like, we all were like arguing, like, no, explaining this. Well done to our principal sub who was teaching us how to debate. The personal opinion science. This one, I actually have a teacher like this right now, and it's not like a substitute, like it's my full, like, actual teacher. And they will teach the curriculum, but what they will include into the curriculum is their personal opinions on things. So basically, we are learning this teacher's personal opinions, and we're not really allowed to make our own. So, especially in science, when it's like, is this really a class to teach personal opinions in? Like, what? We have the enthusiastic social. This teacher, everyone loves. Like, they are great. They take learning about history and make it something interesting and fun. The one I had is amazing. He also substitutes in our gym once in a while, and he's the one who will like do stuff with us. For example, the beep test, or like the pacer, I guess some people call it. He would actually, we do it twice. We do the boys and then we do the girls. But he will do both. He will do one with the boys, and then he will usually make it last, and then he'll do it with the girls, and then he'll also make it last. So it's like, but anyway, back to social. So they will be super enthusiastic about what they're teaching, and they want their students to also enjoy what they're learning. So they will do fun activities, such as we had a Renaissance fair. I know that sounds nerdy, but having a Renaissance fair in middle school compared to last year's social teacher who wouldn't do anything but tell us about their personal life, it was amazing. We have the sucker sub. This is a substitute who pretty much just falls through anything the class says. They'll be up there teaching and like explaining Pythagorean theorem, and a student will be like, oh, no, miss, like, this is, our teacher thinks this is too hard for us. We're only on multiplication. Oh, no, miss, we don't have any homework. Our teacher doesn't believe in homework. Oh, no, sir, no. They let us go outside for 45 minutes every class. Yeah, sometimes I feel bad for the sucker sub. We have the ruler strict math teacher. This is like a cliche kind of teacher. I haven't had one, but I haven't had a lot of like math teachers. My math teacher went with us through middle school for a bit, so it's like I haven't had any different math teachers, but they basically will just you have to do it their way and only their way. Even if you get the right answer, if you do it wrong, it doesn't count. Which is ridiculous because the whole thing about math is getting the answer. So like, it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you can do it and this trick works. But no. We have the funny Spanish teacher. I'm saying Spanish because in our school it is the Spanish teacher. Our Spanish teacher was hilarious. She is super enthusiastic like the social teacher. And she also would use a vodka bottle instead of a water bottle and bring it to school, filled with water, of course. At least, I hope. So anyway, she's super laid back usually, and they're often like telling hilarious stories and talking super fast, and basically an energetic, like the energetic teacher, but in another language. It's hilarious. Ooh, the favoritism. This one can apply to any class, honestly. we have one in gym actually. Our gym teacher is the uncle of 2 girls in our school. So like, he's gonna favorite them. There we go. So basically the teacher picks a favorite and that favorite can never do anything wrong. Actually, I'm in a homeroom with someone who's like a teacher's favorite all around. Like, because they always get like 100%. Shout out to you. It's hard to hate them though because they're my friend. But still, they're like every teacher's favorite. Every student knows them as their teacher's favorite. They can do nothing wrong in any teacher's books, and it's ridiculous. I'm talking about the students. And the teachers, like, why would you choose a favorite? Like, what? And it's not usually bad if they choose a favorite. It's bad if they choose a favorite, and the favorite, like, gets 100s, but everyone else gets 75s. Then it's like, okay, buddy, okay. Says the wrong thing at the wrong time. These teachers usually in social, and I'm not saying this ain't insulting, they just they just say the wrong thing at the wrong time. And often they see either awkward silences or kind of laughs like, what did you just say? I feel bad for this one, but they exist and they are out there. And they're probably saying the wrong thing right now. We have the babyer. This one was my foods teacher. So, first of all, in the first 2 classes of foods, you have to take this mandatory safety test, so like you don't accidentally kill yourself or anyone else while you're cooking in the kitchen. We also had that in shop, obviously. Dangerous machines meant for cutting wood and metal should not be put in use of students who know nothing about what they're doing. So anyway, but as a shop, he didn't baby us, he kind of just ignored us. But the foods teacher would then do that, and then they would like spend the next class explaining how to cook this one meal like 50 times over, like, and it was scrambled eggs, let me be honest. So first, they would demonstrate how to cook the scrambled eggs. Then they would put on how to put a video of scrambled eggs. It's like, then they would get us to write out the recipe. Like, honestly, we could have made those eggs. I think I can make scrambled eggs. But nope, we had to do this so many times, and then finally, the next class would finally be able to make the food. And then they'd be basically helping us and like holding our hands while we stir it and stuff. It's like, okay, teacher. Okay, the fellow student. This one is usually also in an options class. Can really be any options class, I don't know. They are the one who don't act like a teacher. They act like they're another student. So basically, you don't get any crap done. Like, honestly, I'm so glad I don't have one in a core because otherwise I'd be screwed. But so they just sit there and like fool around with you and like tell stories and play on their phone pretty much. It's like, or they take you outside and play basketball with you. Like, no, you are a teacher. You are not our friend. You are our teacher. Yeah. The organizer. This one plans everything to the T. If you are 1 second late in closing your book, you will be in trouble. Like, all their piles and papers are organized in alphabetical order and color-coded and crap, and everyone, and like, they will not take any non-organized anything, which is kind of bad because, like, it's school. It's not gonna all be organized. Like, timetables are gonna be shifted, schedules are gonna be wrong, people are gonna quit at classes, other people are gonna get sick, there's gonna be field trips. There's nothing you can do. They just have to let go of their fragile hold on this universe. Let go. And I know I said this earlier to the mean sub, this is my closing. The nice thing about awful teachers is they band the class together. And you get closer with the people that you have to spend your life with. So honestly, without my complaining, thank you to awful teachers for making my class very close. So if you like that video, make sure you give it 2 thumbs up. No, you can probably only give 1, I don't know, but give it some thumbs up. Also, comment below any teachers that you've had that I haven't mentioned, or like, if you completely agree, also comment below. Make sure you subscribe because there are vlogs every Wednesday and videos like this every Sunday, and you know what? Who knows? Maybe you like this. No, that's not it. Maybe you like these videos. I guess that's it. Bye. It's bigger than my head.